I'm sure your first instinct when you see this problem is to quit because it must be too hard, but it's not. Let's just break it down. Okay, so first thing we have to notice is that negative 2x is going to be multiplied by what's in parentheses. This minus 4 out here at the end is just kind of extra. We don't need it yet, so we're just going to kind of ignore it for a few moments. So let's start with the beginning. Negative 2x times negative 3x. Let's start there and get that combined so we're not too overwhelmed. I'm going to bring that down, and what is a negative 2x times a negative 3x? So first, negative 2 times negative 3 is a positive 6. X times x is an x squared. Now we're going to go to the next part of the distributive property. There's the plus sign. Negative 2x times, a 6. Well, what is a negative 2 times that 6? It is negative 12, and then I just have that single x. I'm not done because this is where that minus 4 that we had comes in. I've got to put it down here at the end of the problem. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can simplify anything. I've got an x squared, I've got an x, and I have a plain old constant that doesn't have an x with it. So that means that none of those are going to be able to be combined. The only thing I can do to simplify this problem is get rid of the double signs, which I don't enjoy. So I'm going to do 6x squared minus 12x minus 4. Now I am going to do this again without writing out the first step for those of you who that confuses, so just stick with me for a moment. This might be simpler for some of you. Okay, let's start with the beginning. Negative 2 times negative 3 is 6. X times x is x squared. Now we're going to do the second part. Negative 2 times a positive 6 is going to be negative 12, and then I just have a single x, so I put my x. Now I tack on my minus 4 at the end. I stop at the end of the parentheses with the multiplying. I'm not going to multiply by that negative 4. Then I simply look at them and say an x squared, an x, and no variable. So I cannot combine any of those, so that is my final answer. Hey, hopefully it wasn't as hard as you thought it was.